Hello, how are you, Holly? Thank you guys for joining me. If you're watching the replay, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. We are doing water signs today, so Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. Next will be fire signs, so make sure you check that out if you have any Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus placements in fire signs. All right. How you doing, Holly? Hello, everyone. I see everyone starting to file in. Hi, Anna. How are you guys doing? Hi, Ben. All right, we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. Okay, we got some stuff in the water signs reading today, so we're just going to see how this comes out. Tired? Yeah, I've been tired today too. For the last couple of days, I've been waking up with like a stiff neck. I don't know, I must be sleeping funny or something. But hello, everybody. Okay, so first of all, we're just going to start it out light, okay? Bottom of the deck energy, smile, you will win the court case. This doesn't necessarily have to be a court case per se. This also can be whatever situation that you're facing right now. Hi, Nicole. I don't see your comment, but I see Holly said hello. I don't know why people are not able to comment or why I'm not able to see some of the comments. I have no idea what's going on. It might be a restream thing because I do stream on restream and then it goes on YouTube. So I may experiment a little bit by trying to go live straight from YouTube. I'm not quite sure yet, but we'll get it figured out. But thank you guys for joining. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Okay, so this could be any kind of situation that you're facing where you're not sure how it's going to really turn out. Things may be looking a bit bumpy right now. We do have the car problems card that came out of the deck. We'll get back to that in a minute, but this happened also in the earth and air signs yesterday where, you know, there was some kind of blockage, there was something preventing things from moving forward for you. So if you have air signs or earth sign placements in your natal chart, go ahead and check those out. Hello, Cassandra. But this is just letting you know, yes, it's not moving forward, but it's only like a speed bump. Okay, it's only that in between space where things haven't fully started to manifest in your favor, but they will. Okay, so smile, you're going to win the court case if it's an actual court case, or you're going to come out on top in this situation where things have stalled and been stagnant. Eight of Wands also showing up in the reverse for us. Things are going to be able to move forward, but you have to get out of your headspace. Okay, Five of Swords, bottom of the deck energy, with the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. This could be an offer that you didn't receive or something that you thought was going to come through that didn't. You thought you were going to get that job. You thought you were going to get that situation, that opportunity. But sometimes we can hinder ourselves when we are not believing in ourselves or we're not believing in the signs that we're seeing, because everything around us that's manifest in our current environment speaks opposite of what it is that we want, right? So that can get us in our head, that can get us really questioning ourselves. Hi, Kara, love you. So this is happening, the speed bump, okay, we'll call it a speed bump, is happening so that you can realign yourself with truth. Okay. So this is kind of like another lesson in your manifestation practice to focus on what it is that you want. If there's anything within your power that you can do to shift the situation, absolutely do that. Your mental power is top of the list right there. So change your programming. Okay. Start shifting those thoughts. Hi, Dallas. Because when we're focused on the problem, we're not focused on the solution, are we? So this is practice for you to go ahead and water sign and taking a salt bath. I love it. Love it, Kara. So this is your opportunity to build on what you already know. Okay. Three of Pentacles, putting in the work. This could also be collaboration. Someone else coming in to offer whether that's their own perspective, guidance on, hey, why don't you try it this way? Or why don't you try adding this into your approach? This could be outside circumstances helping you to, collaborate on this one path that you're focused on. Ace of Wands, this is that passion, that inspiration, okay? A new inspiring phase or chapter beginning for you, but you need to honor your evolution, okay? See how far you've come, recognize how far you've come, all of the work that you've put into this, and stop. Um, the word escapes me at the moment. When I start getting into the channel, y'all know my logic, my left brain just kind of completely shorts out. Anyway, recalibrate yourself. All right, this is your opportunity. Honor your evolution, know how far you've come, and know that you have the solutions. If there's a problem, there's also a solution, because you can't have one without the other. So the fact that you are Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, feeling ungrounded, perhaps feeling uncertain about the situation or about your own path. A lot of people are questioning their path, their purpose, their calling at this time. Keep in mind that that can shift and change as you move through your life. Just because you've chosen one thing, or worked on something for so many years, say you have, this career, you went to school, you got your education, you got all the training, you have, all of this knowledge and wisdom, but all of a sudden now you're feeling drawn to something else. That happens, okay? And the in between with something so structured and then something that's more unknown because you haven't done it before, that can cause a little bit of a misalignment in the interim, okay, right? In the time being, where you need to recalibrate yourself. So this is what is happening for you. Yes, you might be stalling. Yes, you might be having some issues, but balance, okay, is what it's all about. This is happening so that you can balance yourself. I don't know if the numbers just went out or what, but it says there's only one person in here now. Throw me a comment if you guys are still watching or if you can hear me, because I don't know what's going on. But Justice card, balance. And this is card number 11. 11 is a number of alignment. So you are bringing yourself into alignment by surmounting these obstacles. You are aligning yourself with the higher versions that you are focused on, okay? Whether that's a situation, a job, whatever it is that you're trying to manifest for yourself. This is you bringing yourself more into alignment. And sometimes when we have an issue, okay, cool, Holly, thank you. Sometimes when we run into an issue and it says 5 for you, and it was like it showed 6 and then it went down to 1. So I don't know what happened. Technology, and it ain't even Mercury retrograde right now. Seems like it. So sometimes we will have some kind of an obstacle manifest in our lives so that we can surmount that obstacle and calibrate ourselves to a higher degree so that we are more in alignment with the things that we desire, the things that we want to manifest moving forward. This is just kind of that lip, just that little hump, that speed bump in our manifestation process. And it's not that you're being punished. It's kind of like your reflexes are being tested, or like, yeah, you've been, doing pretty good, focusing on what you want, manifesting what you want, but you could be doing better. You can be manifesting better for yourself. And so your higher self will bring obstacles that you have to overcome in order to get past those limitations that you once had. Okay. And our own limitations are only what we perceive for ourselves. So if you can overcome this, then that kicks your logic mind into saying, oh, well, I can kick anything. I can get over anything. I can create anything. So you become more limitless when this happens. Okay. So don't take this as punishment or as something that's hindering you. It's actually helping you. It's actually protection. It's actually recalibrating you. And we have the World card also bottom of the deck in the upright with Judgment right behind it, also in the upright. So this is closing out of cycles and calling you into this new chapter that you created for yourself. Okay. Someone copies you is showing up, came out of the deck with the mental health card here, and that mirror is fragmented. Um, this happens so much in like the spiritual communities. It's sad. I've got a few that still do this to me, and I just mind my own business and keep going. But people will see what you're doing, and instead of inspiring them to do their own thing and create their own thing, they're just going to say, oh, well, they're having such great success at doing it this way. And this doesn't have to be just in the spiritual community, this kind of work. This could be in your regular job or anything. Um, since they're having so much success at doing this, then I'm just going to completely emulate their every move, copy everything that they do so that I can be successful for myself. That's not authenticity. So they're not really going to benefit much from that if they do at all. So don't let it get you down. Okay. Don't let it get you out of your own authenticity. Don't let it take away your creative spark. Okay. Because sometimes we can get so just frustrated by it that we're like, why do anything anyway? If they're just going to copy everything that I do, I'm just going to keep everything quiet to myself and not do it. But that's not what you're meant to do. You're meant to shine, and those who shine authentically are always in the spotlight. Those who do not, they may, benefit from it for a little bit, but end game, they're not going to, because they're going to run out of material. They're not generating it on their own. They're not generating their own energy. This could also be energetically, doesn't have to be about your business practices or anything like that. People in friend circles, I know this is like so high school, but adults do it too, as we find out through experience, where people will try to embody your energy because people are attracted to you, people are drawn to you, people are, magnetized to you because you're being authentic. So they want to emulate that. They want to copy that so that they can have the same thing for themselves. So don't let this throw you off mentally, emotionally, spiritually, even if they are getting a bit more attention than you, or if they're getting what it is that they want right now. It doesn't mean that that's going to be that way for the long haul, because they're not standing in authenticity. You are. Why copy when you can find inspiration from others and then create similar in your own way? Exactly. That's what we're all supposed to do, right? Like for someone like me, there were people doing tarot readings and podcasts and things like that online years before I ever even started, right? But I didn't copy those people. I didn't do what they do. Um, I do my own thing. I present myself. I present my work, how I do things, and the way that I read is different from the way that the next person reads. And there's no competition. It's just, yeah, we all enjoy doing the same thing, and we all want to do this. We all feel called to do this. So this is what we're doing. Hell yeah. I watch other readers. I don't, watch a lot of readings for myself. Sometimes I'll go in little spurts where I'll watch a few readers that I really enjoy. But I do the same thing day in and day out. So I don't really feel called to watch other people do their work, because it's the same stuff that I do, just in a different style, right? You will always attract what's for you when you're being your authentic self. Yes, absolutely. So don't let it get you down. Don't let it, hinder you in any way, because what's meant for you will never miss you. Okay. And if your path was meant for them, then they would have been the one on the call, not you. Okay. So don't allow those things to derail your progress. We have, next to that Eight of Wands that came out in the reverse, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So this slowdown is necessary for the larger wheel to turn, right? We go through lesson reviews, we go through similar experiences, or have recollections of, it could be traumas, situations that we've encountered before, that, these things come up, especially whenever we have astrological aspects taking place that are bringing up things from the past, like we do now. These things are not punishment. They're being brought to our awareness so that we know exactly where they're hindering us, right? So it's like a lesson review. You'll never have to force what's for you, ever. Thank you, Kara. Um, and already if you don't already know and you're not already a part of our community, dosharocks.com for all of your crystal and rock needs. Thank you, Kara. So this speed bump, or this hindrance, where the hell is Steph? He's working right now. he he works, so he may or may not watch the replay. I'm not sure. He's been kind of, doing his own thing. So I'm sure he'll be flattered to know that he was thought of. Hello, Matt. How are you? So whatever is hindering you at this time, it's not really a hindrance. In the bigger picture, in the grander scheme of things, it's the wheel moving forward. It's just bringing up, these things from the past, or these energies that are still permeating, even if ever so slightly, in your etheric field. They're being brought to the forefront so that you can recognize them, so you can finally resolve them and put them to bed, so they're no longer impacting the way that you manifest your life. Okay, so this perceived hindrance is actually helping to propel you forward by bringing these shadows to light. Nine of Swords. This is that waking nightmare. This is that, when is this ever going to stop? It's like I'm thinking about it all day whenever I'm awake, and then this is also dreaming about it at night when I'm trying to sleep. It's like I never get a break from this. That's the energy, and that's impacting your mental health. And I know how difficult it can be to break those broken records that play on repeat, right? It's like, I thought that I healed this. I thought I was clear of this energy, and I've been doing so good for so long. And then all of a sudden, something happens that brings it right back into the now. Like, why am I experiencing this again? It's because this is your final battle with this energy. And I don't want to say battle, because anytime we're fighting against something, it persists. But this is your last go around with this energy. This is the residual. This is I've learned through every other time I've gone with this issue or this specific thing on this merry-go-round, I've picked up all of the tools and wisdom that I needed to finally fully overcome this and put it in the past where it belongs. So this is you releasing this energy for the final time, which is why that World card showed up and the Judgment card, because that's the end of the cycle, baby. You're being called forth up out of that old life and into the newer, lighter, more ethereal, way of existing. So I love that. But Three of Swords, first, that wound has to be triggered. It has to be poked and prodded and busted back open, so all the gross stuff, the pus and then the funk, can be released, let go of, extracted, so that it can fully heal. So think about things differently. Don't think of it as I'm being attacked, or I'm doing these things, I'm living this energy again, and I've worked so hard to overcome it. I've been love and lighting shit to death. I've been glass half full optimist motherfucker, but how am I still manifesting this shit circumstance in my life? Because all I do is focus on love and light. Well, baby, you can't just do that. You have to focus on the shadows too, because they're going to get bigger and they're going to get better and they're going to scream louder. Okay. Spirituality isn't about love and lighting it to death. It's not about constantly existing in this, which it would be nice. Trust me, Pisces moon here. Okay. So I know that it's more comfortable for some of us to be off floating in the cosmic waters than it is to be tethered to this very, 3D, very tangible reality. It's much easier just to drift off and daydream and la la just exist in the ethers. It's I love it. I do it all the time, throughout the day, all the time. But we can't just exist there. We have to be grounded here, because we're physically here, right? We're tethered with this silver cord. We're physically here, so we are supposed to encounter tangible physical experiences and move through them. We flow, right? We don't stop. We don't bottle ourselves up. We flow with it. And we can't just stay flowy in the ether. We have to be in body, and we have to deal with the 3D life stuff. But the thing is, that because you have access to the ethers, because you have this dreamy energy, you walk between worlds, right? Water signs, very psychic signs. So because you have that other aspect, you can bring them into balance and use them as the tools that they're meant to be. Think yin and yang, right? Same thing. There's positive and negative polarities. There's light and dark, yin and yang, high frequency, low frequency, all of it. So we are meant to use all of these things in unison, right? We're meant to use the light with the dark. We're meant to combine them. And that's how we create. That's why we're here. That's why we're in a vessel. Okay. So use the intuition, use the tools that you're given, that you have such easy access to because you're water signs. Okay. And bring heaven to earth. That's how you bridge it. That's what we're supposed to do here, is bridge heaven to earth, because this is hell. I'll fight you if you try to say otherwise. No, I'm kidding. But we have the Page of Pentacles showing up right next to that Three of Swords, which is heartbreak, which is, difficulty emotionally. Page of Pentacles, again, something not moving forward, or it could be someone presenting you with false statements. I don't know why that's coming through that way, but it is. Lies, okay? Lies, things like that. Learning it's hard to be in a healthy relationship. You get triggered by your past traumas you thought you healed, but it's helping me level up even more. It's so beautiful to grow with someone. I love that, Kara. I love that for you. That's so beautiful. Yep. 2022, bring heaven to earth. I love it, Anna. Thank you. Or this could be a memory of a past situation resurrecting itself in your reality right now for you to fully heal through. And it could be in a way like Kara just mentioned, with a partner, in a healthy relationship that kind of brings all of these realizations to the forefront of where you were traumatized and now where you're being triggered, because some level of you, some subconscious part of you is expecting past situations to remanifest because energy is similar, right? And that's how you learn to overcome and heal things in the more positive way, in the more pleasant way, right? Because we can manifest situations for ourselves where we learn things in a very unpleasant way, but we can also manifest situations for ourselves where we learn in a more positive way. And that would be that positive way that you're experiencing that. It's not that you're not doing the healing. It's not that the trauma is not being re-triggered, but it's that you are in a higher set of circumstances, a healthier set of circumstances, because you did the work, because you were focused on that solo path for so long. And now you have someone to come in and to help you, to collaborate with you, and to help you to heal your own journey, to heal your own shit, but with a partner, with someone to collaborate, someone who's going to trigger you, but also help you to feel safe in order to heal through those things. So I really, really love that for you, Kara. And that would be, girl, you thinking about it differently. You're already doing the work. But yeah, that Page of Pentacles showing up in the reverse, bringing things up. Two of Pentacles right next to that, also in the reverse. This is crossroads energy. This is juggling energy, but this is like, you're just, I'm just seeing you like, fuck it. And you're not catching any of the balls anymore. Like, they're all in the air and then they come tumbling down around you, but you're like, I'm not juggling this shit anymore. Fuck that. You are being used by them. Okay. So it doesn't necessarily just have to be another person. This could be you using your own thoughts against yourself, because you're putting yourself in that position because other people did before, and there might not be anyone else around you to put you in those kinds of situations, but subconsciously that's what you crave, because that's comfort zone, that's known, that's something you've experienced before. So your mind will replay the pattern and it will manifest in your circumstances, whether or not you have another person to help you create those circumstances. So this could be just you working against yourself in a subconscious way. Otherwise, this could be, you didn't get that job offer because they were going to be using you. They were going to be, making you work crazy hours. They were going to take all the credit. You were going to get shit pay, and you were going to be doing the work of a CEO when you're meant to be the CEO of your own company. So that opportunity might not have come through because that was protection. Okay. Apply it how you resonate with that in your own life, but these are just real world kind of examples. So not every missed opportunity is a missed opportunity. Sometimes it's setting you up for better circumstances, for better opportunities that are coming in once you release the feeling of the need to control the outcomes, that you need this thing or this job or this person or you name it. Okay. This is helping you to balance. We've got balanced routine. Keep doing your thing, baby. Okay. It doesn't matter if the whole world seems like it's working against you. You stay balanced. Okay. You stay ready. You keep your eyes open, looking for the opportunities, looking for the solutions, and don't focus on the problems. Be aware of them, yes, but that doesn't mean that you need to focus on those. Focus elsewhere on the solutions, okay? And if you don't know where to focus to find the solutions, just be open. That's all you need to do, and they will come. Truth on the bottom of the deck over here. Right from the heart space, baby. Okay? The truth is in the heart space. Even when things seem foggy around you, even when there's so much confusion at play in your life, which happens when we come to this crossroads energy, or when we're purging a lot of things and maybe we're not quite so ready to purge some of those things. It can get really confusing. We can start questioning our intuition, or we have that, Nine of Swords energy, all of those thoughts just constantly bombarding us, where it kind of drowns out that intuition. And it's real. The experience is real. I have it sometimes too. But I ground myself. You can reach out to other people, like a trusted friend or someone who has that grounding energy. And I'm not saying like dump all over them emotionally, but someone who is willing to hold space for you and just be your soundboard. Or going out in nature, grounding yourself, earthing, walking barefoot on the grass or out in the woods or wherever. Whatever you need to do, you can ground yourself by, a lot of us neurospicy people do stimming to keep ourselves grounded. I'm one of those. You'll see me puff, puff, puff away on my little vape here. And that is a stim. Stimming for me is also messing with my lips, like pressing them together all the time, or fidgeting with my fingers. Those are subtle ways that people, especially neurospicy individuals, people will use to keep themselves grounded in body, to kind of get rid of the excess energy that's being generated up here, right? So where was I going with that? Sorry. Neurospicy. Ground yourself at this time. When things seem turbulent, ground yourself. The Starseed card right behind that, also bottom of the deck energy. This is a mermaid for all y'alls that have been seeing mermaids lately, or who resonate with the merfolk. This is your reminder that it's all here. All of the memories, all of the energy, all of the magic that is you is right here. Okay. If you are aligned to this video, and if you resonate with anything at all within my readings, then I can almost guarantee that you're a starseed. Okay. 99.999% of you are going to be starseed. That's just that's just who I attract. So if you don't know what a starseed is, if you're new to the video, if you're new to seeing me, if you're new to the community, then check out my previous videos. I've got a ton of them. But you bring this otherworldly energy to this plane. So even in really 3D circumstances, you can manifest otherworldly outcomes, because that's your energy. That's the energy that is with you always, around you. Your energetic field never leaves you. You can't see it all the time, but it's there. And the magic that it carries within it is always accessible to you. You just have to activate it, or you just have to consciously use that. We can unconsciously use it too. We do it all the time. But whenever you harness it and you focus and you use that conscious awareness to use this magic, then that's how you start really creating amazing things. Stagnant waters is on the bottom of the deck with the Healing Waters Oracle. Feeling stuck, a call for shift, flow, and change, which, yeah, you might be experiencing a bit of a speed bump right now, or your energy is dammed up right now. Things aren't flowing properly. 2022, when I said that, thank you, Matt. So if you're feeling stagnant right now, that's okay. Sit in it for a little while. Be consciously aware of what's going on for you, what's not moving forward. Reassess, see where your energy is, where your focus is in relation to the problem, and then focus on purging that energy in whatever way is best for you. Express emotions that may come up, or realign your thoughts, your inherent beliefs, those subconscious beliefs that come with you, because you develop those through experience, life experience. Course correct, okay? Because nobody's going to do it for you. You have to bring it to your conscious awareness before you can actually really do something about it. Because if you don't consciously realize what's even going on, how can you really fix it? Okay, so meditate, tap in to the truth of your heart space, okay? Selkie right behind that, come out of hiding. Embrace who you really are. Embrace who you really are, Starseed, because you're magical. You are effortless in the way that you exist until you stop yourself, until you hinder yourself, until you stack all of these real world 3D problems. Real world is what we're going to say, because they're not, this place ain't real. But bring some magic in. Selkies are amazing. They're childlike, they're playful. Yeah, they can be a little dangerous when you fuck with them, but any of us can be, right? I hope so. I hope y'all are setting your boundaries and enforcing them and being vicious when you need to be. But they're also playful, and just to sit on the shore or on the dock and watch them playing out in the bay is just amazing. They are effortless with their energy, and they're playful, and they, like, I can't watch them without giggling and like getting into that, oh, what are they going to do next, or oh my gosh, look what they're doing, you know. Been a clusterfuck for 4 weeks. I know, Holly, you're in spiritual timeout so that you can focus on yourself and on the lessons and all of the things, the realizations and the transformations that you're having right now. And you are undergoing some amazing transformations. So we talked about it. You know what's up. She who flows, ease, being open to changes and go with the flow of life. Stop damming yourself up. Stop stagnating yourself, because you're the only one that's doing it. Okay. And I know it kind of feels like a call out, and it feels like, screw this, I'm going to just turn this bitch off because she's telling me that I'm the problem. I mean, you are, but we don't always realize that we're the problem, or we don't always realize how we can overcome those subconscious effects that have such a grip on our current reality, right? We have to sit with it. We have to be open to seeing things. If we can create obstacles for ourselves, we can create solutions. And you never have an obstacle without a solution. There is nothing that is impossible. Okay. There is no equation, no problem that doesn't already have a solution. You just have to find it. So being open to the changes, being open to receiving this intuitive guidance, which is the etheric waters, being open to those and being, allowing them to flow through you. Yes, everybody send Holly some healing and some love. She's been having some physical difficulty lately, but she's healing through it really nicely, but she can always use the extra help. Thank you, Matt. So be open to change, be open to flowing. Deep sea diving, way of the mystic, learn through experiencing, and depths. Water signs know how to reach those depths, all right? You've got practice. You've been practicing this all your life. So dive in. Be the mystic. Um, think about things differently. You know, one thing that I always tell people is that, sorry, I lost my track. I lost my train of thought. Um, you guys know what I always tell you. Somebody remind me. Um, I forgot where I was going with that. Totally. Oh, okay. No, I remember. Okay. So thinking about things differently. When we're approaching the 3D, okay, when we're approaching the real world, a lot of us think in 3D terms, in logical terms, cause and effect, and so forth. But what I always tell people is whenever you look at 3D or logical type of experiences, look at them from more of a dreamy perspective. Okay, interpret them like you would interpret a dream, because honestly, the things that are supposed to make sense here make absolutely no fucking sense. But whenever you apply dream interpretation to real world events or experiences, you start to get deeper layers, and you start to understand things at depths that you never would have realized before if you were looking at it just from a logical perspective. So look at your circumstances from that dreamlike perspective. If you were to dream about these circumstances, how would you interpret that? And not everyone's a great dream interpreter. I get it. But water signs, I guarantee you, you're pretty good at dream interpretation. So practice. If you don't know how already, practice. Do Google searches. Be like, this, I had a dream of blah, 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 and see what those things mean, with dream logic. Okay. But also, they're talking about emotions and then they're relating it to the solar plexus chakra, which would be emotions that you've stuffed down so much that they are impeding your confidence. They are blocking your confidence. So there's emotions stuck in your solar plexus chakra. And then I heard stuck in your craw, which is a saying. Humans don't have craws, but anyway, um, throat chakra stuff. So if you're having any kind of throat related issues or like thyroid issues, things like that, those are all throat chakra related. So get some Reiki done. Do Reiki on yourself. And you don't have to be certified as a Reiki practitioner to be able to heal yourself and harness that universal energy and apply it to certain areas of your body. If you do need help, that is one of the things that I do. I'm not a Reiki practitioner. That's not my brand. I have my own brand of energetic healing that I do, and you can book that on my website, which is, oh, right here. So hello, Val. How are you doing, darling? Sue, aka Val, is here. Thank you. So, and which brings me to the cleansing card. So solar plexus and throat, for whoever this is resonating for, releasing the old, energetic tune up and new beginnings. So cleansing energy from our lives doesn't always have to be like energy healing, like going to a Reiki practitioner or some kind of a healer or shaman or anything like that. Oftentimes, okay, especially for those who are not really um, aware of or really sensing the blockages within their chakra system or their energetic body, a lot of times situations will manifest for them so that they can purge those chakras in that way. It's more of a 3D way of cleansing and purging those things, but it's getting done. It's like if you don't do the energetic work, if you're not sensing it in your energy body and addressing it then and going in and doing meditations and really working out the energy in those ways, then you will have real world experiences manifest for you to where you can purge those energies from your chakra system by facing it kind of head on, face to face, right? So you may be cleansing your chakra system in this way. So if this is uncomfortable or unpleasant for you, then definitely reach out to a practitioner, or again, do it yourself, because you have all the power to be able to do that for yourself as well. Think people in the church, they lay hands, they don't get certified to do so, they just do it, right? You don't have to have a certificate for everything. Anywho, universal oneness. This is more so you seeing the oneness of yourself within your universe, okay? That infinity symbol, and it's lacing through the eye sockets and the mouth of this skull here, and then coming back through the base of the skull, which is, pineal gland area. This is you perceiving your oneness, your link to all that is, and probably really understanding how the fabric of your reality works. It's like maybe you'll have a thought and then all of a sudden it'll manifest for you in some way in your external circumstances. And so you're really starting to see threads interwoven right now. You're transcending the limitations previously, and that's what this experience and the speed bump and the blockages are all about too, is you being able to perceive how you block yourself in ways, but also how you push through, how you manifest better after that, how you level up once you've been kind of beaten down. Block or intense parasite cleanse, 1 more week, Tyler. Let us know, Matt. Let us know how that turns out for you. It's probably highlighting some kind of a blockage that was contained within your body, and now you're doing that intentional parasite cleanse. It's also, loosening up stagnated energies or parasitic type energies that have been contained within your vessel as well. Remember that those parasites are also living beings, and they hold their own energetic imprint, okay, their own aura, their own energy body. So you could be experiencing, by way of your empathic gift, okay, or your clairsentience, you could be picking up on the energy signatures of those things that are dying and leaving. Okay. So if you ever do parasite cleanses and you kind of feel like you've got blockages and things like that surfacing, that definitely could be an indicator. Do your healing, do your Reiki, do your whatever you do on yourself to clear that energy, and that should help you feel a bit better. Food meditation right after that, transcending and universal oneness card. This is abundance. It could be about food. It could be saying, hey, focus more on your diet, focus more on incorporating healthier options into your diet. Don't just do a complete diet overhaul, because no one ever sticks to that shit. So incorporating some healthier options for yourself, as time goes on, adjust accordingly. That is the best way to shift your diet. Someone could be completely like, it's like I switched from craving things that are not good for me, like full of sugar or processed stuff, or all of these things that aren't really good for my vessel, or just, foods that don't agree with you because of your energies. Because that's a thing. You don't have to necessarily be allergic to certain foods for you to be kind of negatively impacted by them. You're welcome, Matt. So you could be making a complete change because all of a sudden you don't have taste for those things anymore, or all of a sudden you realize, oh, that's what's causing me indigestion or whatever it is. So I'm just going to kind of stay away from those foods. But I'm really getting a huge, very quick turnaround, like polar opposite diet change for somebody. So if you're making that kind of a change, make sure that you're feeling called to do so. You know, whatever your body's craving, listen to your body. Not so much when it comes to sugary and processed foods, because that could be parasites talking, because parasites love the processed stuff and the sugary stuff. But it could also be your brain chemistry is dependent on those foods because they have additives, MSG, things like that alter your brain chemistry to make you crave those kinds of things. So unless it's something like that, then you would want to try, incorporating a bit slowly. Like, I'm going to add, 3 extra servings of fruit and vegetables to my daily food intake for the next week. And then I'm going to change from meat to only fish, or completely out of meat, or whatever it is you're feeling drawn towards. Just make sure you're not doing it in such a way that's so abrupt that it's going to really slam you energetically. and then you're going to regress, and then you're going to kind of feel let down by yourself that you didn't succeed, because you can't really expect yourself to succeed whenever you make like a complete shift like that, unless it's something that your body is asking you to do and it's aligned with your cravings and the way that your body functions for the highest good of your body. Um, anyway, whoever that's for. We have gratitude showing up here with Arziki Dabaran. Whatever. Can't say it very well. I'm white. Leave me alone. A white American. Okay. That's even worse. But gratitude. Okay. Gratitude for the incoming abundance. Um, because regardless of whether you resonate with the food thing and the diet change, doesn't matter. This is welcoming abundance. This is being open to all of the abundance that life has to offer. It doesn't have to be about just food. Okay. This is just whatever nourishes you, whatever nurtures you, whatever makes you excited, whatever fills you up, right? Be grateful for these things, because this is what's coming in for you, because you've been doing the cleansing, because you've been doing the purging. We have Santa Muerte with offering. This is, sacrificing the old way of being, the old life, the old vessel, whatever it is, right? With that judgment card. Okay. This is sacrificing the old way of being so that you can welcome in this new, so that this new balanced period, look at the scales behind him, right up there. This is more balanced for you. This is more calibrated to your frequency of who you are now, not who you were then. Okay. This is why everyone's been undergoing incredible life shifts. Also, speed bumps, hindrances, blockages, things not going well for them, because we're in that in between space. We're all in butterfly soup right now. Okay. All the way open. Yes. I love it, Matt. And celebrate. Enchantment card coming out here. Celebrate your success. Celebrate everything that's coming in for you, even before you can see it, because the attitude of gratitude begets more situations to be grateful for. That is the end of this reading. You are cleansing and purging all of the old to bring in the new, cutting off ties to toxicity, people that may be using you, in order to stand in your truth, to step into a more heartfelt way of existing. So I love you guys. I'm going to get off of here and then jump over onto the fire signs video that should have started 2 minutes ago, but I'm going to reshuffle. I'm going to reset the energy, and then I will meet you guys over on the fire sign reading if you're going to watch that one too. I love you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining me